do we look for in a pitch? I would say that irrespective of genre, a strong, clear concept is what we are looking for in every project. So in terms of a pitch, I would suggest leaning into the hook of your film. So what is unique or fresh about your project? What does your project bring to the genre that's going to be new for audiences? What makes it stand out? Another added element that we look for is a well-defined idea about how your project will fit into the market. So for example, are there any clear comps, as in films, that did well, that are in a similar genre and scale to your project? We are very keen to meet with directors and producers who are developing exciting material that has the potential to launch at an A-list festival and also appeal to distributors and audiences internationally as well as in North America. So this could be anything from a lower budget, execution dependent psychological horror. For example, our film Saint Maud would fit into that bracket, or to an expensive cast-driven comedy for an older audience, and anything in between. I think the key for us in any genre is a very clear tone and a fresh point of view. I think the most exciting pitch I ever heard really left me hanging on the edge of my seat. I immediately wanted to read the script. The pitch really set up the world of the film, the key characters, and the premise, but it didn't reveal too much about the plot or the ending, and really allowed me to get excited about reading the full script. So a lot of the current Protagonist slate has a focus on the supernatural or genre. What drew us to these type of films? Is there a reasoning behind this? We do have a lot of horror films on the slate, for sure. The reason behind this is twofold. One is that, practically speaking, genre films do really well in the market. They have a lot of potential to become breakout festival hits. For example, in the midnight section of certain festivals like Sundance. But they also have the potential to do really well commercially. So films like The Witch, It Follows, Hereditary really stand out as successes in the indie space. And those films were also responsible for breaking out those directors into an international kind of audience. Another point is that they can be easily made at a lower budget level and without well-known cast. And the second kind of reason behind so many genre films on the Protagonist slate is simply that we love to watch and consume horror at Protagonist. So there's an added personal affection for these types of films as well. It's my favorite genre. I would say that our strategy for the type of projects we select is constantly evolving somewhat based on shifting market demands. The key is to be adaptable and nimble. So if we believe that a particular project has the potential to appeal to our buyers in the current market, whether that is a smaller indie buyer in an individual territory or a much larger multi-territory international player, then we will endeavor to become involved in the project and help put the film together. So we board projects from an early to late stage, and we often play a key role in helping build the finance plan that best suits the film. I would also love to mention that Protagonist is a very filmmaker-led company, and we are always looking to build strong relationships with the talent we work with. So that continues to be a large part of the strategy as well. Another piece of the puzzle in terms of our strategy is the fact that we continue to work with many first-time filmmakers. So Rose Glass, for example, who directed Saint Maud. Other ones include Will Oldroyd, who did Lady Macbeth, Michael Pierce, who did Beast, Francis Lee, who did God's Own Country. So these examples are British filmmakers, but we also work with many international directors as well, and we consider ourselves a real home for first-time filmmakers, and we champion and support those projects.